My first con is officially in the books, and I'm going to tell you all about it today on Darth Rage Reviews.
Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Greetings, Force fans, and welcome to another episode of Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force. As always, guys, business first, if you'd be so kind. Little buttons down there in the corners, a subscription button and a notification bell. If you'd go ahead and click both those, I would really appreciate it. It's a great way to support the channel. Costs you nothing. While you're at it, drop a comment. That interaction lets YouTube know that you like my video, and then YouTube thinks maybe other people would like my video, so it would get it out there to people. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not asking for donations. I'm asking for seconds of your time to click that like, maybe share it, type a comment. So please and thank you. All right, guys, so let's get to the fun stuff. Today, we're talking about my first con experience. I know what you're saying. Darth Rage, you've never been to any type of con. And I haven't. I know, it seems weird, but I haven't. So I went to Pensacon 2023. It's a 3-day event in Pensacola. It's about 30 minutes from my house. And it's where the Parjai Squad, which is my new... Well, let me give you a little precursor. So when I first got into the 501st, I was in the Alabama Garrison and in Delta Squad, which was based out of Mobile. Delta Squad is about somewhere between 5 and 10 active members. And while I was in Delta Squad, there were actually 0 events available for me to troop in about the 2 months that I was there. Granted, this is the end of COVID, so things were kind of ramping back up. I actually went and trooped a couple times with the Parjai Squad in Florida. They're based out of Pensacola, which is just as close to me geographically as the Mobile, Alabama squad. So I went and trooped with them a couple times. A whole lot more participation, much larger group. And I was asked by the CEO over there if I'd like to come over and join their squad. And I said, absolutely. A couple reasons. One, just the more people, bigger troops, bigger participation, but they actually do have a lot bigger events, and they've got access to Pensacon, which is the biggest con in this area. So I really wanted that opportunity to kind of go as a part of the 501st there to Pensacon. So that's my precursor. So I'm now part of the Parjai Squad, and that is based out of the Florida Garrison. Another thing is that I now have access to all of the Florida events, which brings up even the Orlando events, which sometimes can be really kind of next level stuff. So really excited about that as well. But let's talk Pensacon, guys. So this was my first ever con experience. So as a member of the 501st, we do get a couple perks with this con. Now, they don't let us in free. We still have to pay for our tickets. But they do give us exhibitor badges. And we get to go in. We actually had our own separate room in the con itself where we were able to kind of set up several different sets. Got a place to store our stuff. So it just makes the con a whole lot easier. I would have probably never gone and dressed in costume at a con if I was just going by myself, simply because it's just uncomfortable to be in all day, and you want to go do other things while you're there. This really afforded me the opportunity to be able to do both those. So I was able to, everybody else has to kind of go through security, check all their bags. If they've got prop weapons, they need the little orange tips in them, and they've got to check those through security as well. We get to bypass all of that. So we just get to kind of roll our tote through security, park it in the room there, and we've got like a whole dressing staging area backstage off of all of our sets. And we had some awesome sets. So life-size Imperial probe droid. We had a trash compactor set. We had the Mos Eisley Cantina. The droid builders were there. So there was an R2 unit and an R5 unit there. Fully functional. Very, very cool. But yeah, it's a whole room that was just set up with photo opportunities for everybody. At the con, I only went 2 days, so I went Friday and Saturday. Both days I was probably suited up, 3, maybe 4 hours, which when I put it on, I mean, there's no sitting, it's basically when the armor is on, the armor is on. So it's surprisingly comfortable for that. No real issues with it again. So that's always a good thing. If you can go 3 to 4 hours and 2 days in a row with it, you've built a good suit of armor. So very proud that the armor held up for that. But the first day, we got there and was able to meet Leilani Shu, who Leilani played Tika, the Jawa in Kenobi that was stealing Kenobi's parts and selling it back to him. She is, what a bright little spirit. She was a whole lot of fun. Came down, visited with us, probably hung out for an hour in the room before she went up to start her autographs and photos and those things. But man, just was able to talk with her for a good while about shooting Kenobi and what it was like recording stuff on the volume. Asked her if she was in Mandalorian, and she said she's not allowed to say anything yet, so I don't know what that means. But yeah, she's been in The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Kenobi. So all, except for Andor, all the live-action Star Wars shows, her and her daughter. And they were both there. So they hung out with us that first day, suited up, kind of walked around the con some, stayed in the room for a good bit because people would come in and we'd take photos with them. And lots and lots of people requesting my photo, which was always cool. That kind of, gives you that, it gives you that bright feeling when people want to take pictures with something that you made. So first day was a whole lot of that, basically a lot of pictures and meeting with Leilani. Didn't go up to see any of the other celebrities or anything like that on the second day or on the first day. On the second day, same thing, showed up, got suited up immediately. Probably, it was twice as crowded, 3 times as crowded on Saturday as it was on Friday. And it was a good 2 hours straight of not really even being able to get out of the room because I was there taking pictures with everybody. At one point we had, I think it was 7 different clone troopers suited up together, which is really cool. You don't often see that many clones together. So that was fun. Later on in the afternoon, several of us went up to go see James Arnold Taylor, who's the voice of Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, and to visit with Casey, the guy that plays Black Christensen in Book of Boba Fett. So we wanted to kind of just go by, invite them both to the group dinner, and just say hi. A couple people had some things that they wanted signed, so they're pay for that to get that signed. But it was really cool when we went up there. He actually wanted to take photos with us and ended up on his Instagram page. You can see it right here. Which, that's just, again, more validation. We go up there to the guy who people is paying to take photos with, and he wants to take a photo with us. So very cool. Spoke with him for a long time, spoke with Casey for a good amount of time. And the Star Wars stars really treat us like family, and that's kind of another added benefit of being there with the 501st representation, is that they really take that extra time to kind of sit and talk with us, and as a Star Wars fan, it's a really, really cool experience. So enough of my talking. Let's take a look. Now, keep in mind, most of the time I'm suited up, so I didn't get a whole lot of video footage, but I did manage to shoot some footage of our area, and I'm going to share with you a lot of my favorite photos from Pensacon 2023. So let's take a look at my Pensacon 2023. So we had some really nice sets there in the 501st room. Life-size Imperial probe droid. That thing was impressive. I love the back panels on that one. Right next to it, you've got the trash compactor, complete with the little bar to brace it. All these were available for the public to come in and take photos with. It was really, really cool seeing these all life-size. Then a 4LOM droid and Han in carbonite. The droid builders were there, so we had a working R2, a working R5, a working BB-8. The droid builders are some of my favorites. So suited up that first day. We were waiting for Leilani Shu to show up. She was the Jawa that was there with us, and suited up. This is still before the con actually opened. We were kind of getting everything set up and ready to go. A little walk around the room again, just so you can see all the space they've given us. Yes, life size. And yeah, R2 and R5 both worked, both talked. It was awesome. So there's Leilani, that's in the Jawa outfit that we were gifting her. So she was the Jawa on Kenobi that was stealing Kenobi's parts and putting them back. She was also in every single Star Wars show. She's been in Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, playing a Jawa in all of them. Yeah, if you want to blow up the Death Star, it's right there. Or sorry, blow up Alderaan, it's right there. So this is as people start showing up. We've got some cosplayers there already kind of coming around and getting pictures. This was my last little walkthrough before I set up in front of one of the photo ops just so people could take pictures with me. And then I walked around the floor some in costume. That was a lot of fun as well. We'd have at least 10 people costumed up at all times, and sometimes upwards of 20 people. It was really incredible. Good show out by the Parjai Squad. Very happy to be a part of the Parjai Squad. It was a lot of fun. So this room was off the main floor. People would come down here and, sometimes spend 20, 30 minutes in it and take pictures with, everything. Just talk to us. A little time lapse of that first day. You can see the people coming through, everybody getting their pictures. Again, it was a whole lot of fun. It's the cantina set. And then here's some of my favorite pics. We have the clones just cloning around. It's a shot. Me and R2. There's the Emperor and his troopers. That's us with James Arnold Taylor. That's the voice of Obi-Wan. Yeah, very happy to be. Stormtroopers. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. There's me and Ahsoka. Gotta love the General. It's the daughter of one of the members. More clones at the bar, Mos Eisley. There's Leilani and R2 together. Leilani and some troopers. Can't beat the troopers. There's the clones getting a little drink, taking a break from the action. We got me and Commander Cody. That's the Cody armor I finished. There's me and the probe droid. Yes, that thing was life-size. It's big. It's impressive. Helmets galore. Gotta love them. Clones, more clones than you can shake a stick at. There you have it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. This was a blast. Plan on attending many of these in the future. It was fun to get out and share my love of Star Wars with all you like-minded people. So if you guys were there, drop a comment, tell us hi. If not, let's see you next year down here at Pensacon 2024, where we'll be back even bigger than we were before. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, give me a comment. As always, guys, I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.